Okay, Scott here with Vino Las Vegas. I'm here with renowned winemaker Kris Curran. And, Kris, we've tried to meet with you several times, but you're either out of place or we were at the same place and you just left. It's just a pleasure to meet you.
Good having you guys today.
Yes, no, it's amazing what you've been doing. But before we start talking about what you're doing right now, let's go back to how this all began. Really, where'd you get this whole wine making thing started?
Well, originally I actually met Bruno D'Alfonso while he was at Stanford, and I was going to school at the time and was into the sciences, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do with the sciences.
Right.
And when I met Bruno and I heard you could get a degree in winemaking, I'd been working in restaurants for years and years, so I sort of had started to develop my palate for wines through the restaurant business, and I thought that would be sort of intriguing. So I actually worked at Sanford on weekends and during breaks, bottling and during harvest, and I really fell in love with the industry, and so I decided to get a degree in winemaking.
There you go. So were you an assistant winemaker anywhere before you became a winemaker, or where this?
No, I was just a cellar rat at Sanford.
Okay, there you go.
And then I went for my degree, and then after I finished my degree, which I got from Fresno State University,
That's great.
there's only two places to get it. One is UC Davis, and the other is Fresno State.
Absolutely.
I got an assistant winemaking position out of school at Cambria Winery.
There you go.
And I was there for a few years and decided to leave Cambria to open up Kohler Winery. And so it was a planted vineyard in Los Olivos. And my job was basically to turn a converted horse barn into a winery and make their first wines.
There you go.
Thank God I didn't know very much about doing, the county stuff at that time.
There you go.
But I got it all through and actually did all of the licensing and permitting through the Santa Barbara County and made their first wines and was about to start bottling their wines and actually finished bottling their whites when Bob Davis, the owner of Sea Smoke, approached me to be the winemaker there.
Wow.
So
and then that's what everybody wants to know about. Okay, Sea Smoke. Is that Sea Smoke has become it is a cult following, and coming from Vegas, there is a few restaurants in town that have a few of the Sea Smokes, and I know they're allocated. So how did this specialization, Sea Smoke is amazing. You did an incredible job with Sea Smoke.
thank you.
Incredible. That's the thing. That's where a lot of people know you from, obviously, at Sea Smoke. So how did that, was it the grapes? Was it the blending that you were doing?
I think it was, once again, it's just the tumblers came into alignment. You really can't, you can't do a business plan or any kind of business model in order to figure out how people are going to perceive you. Obviously, we had good fruit. Obviously, we made good wine. Then other things have to fall in place. There's a lot of people out there that have good fruit and make good wine.
Absolutely.
Or, really nice wines, great wines. But then things also have to fall in place as far as everything else goes. If you want to believe in, whatever you want to believe in.
When the stars align or whatever's aligning.
Right,
exactly.
A lot of people are believing in, biodynamics and stuff.
There you go.
Hey, it's a biodynamic thing happens. I don't know. But it really was. We had a very good product. We made a great wine, and but it was really that we just, being in the right place at the right time, and really having a following of people that enjoyed the wines, but that got exposed to it, possibly in the Wine Spectator
Right,
wrote about me and the wines, and that sort of helped create some of the buzz, but people don't buy wines continually because of buzz. They buy wines because they've tasted it one time and then they return to it.
Absolutely.
So you can have a great package, you can have a great wine, or you can have a great package and you can buy that wine for the packaging the first time, But if it's not in the bottle, then you're not going to have return customers. So we were very fortunate to have the press that we did at a very young phase, a very young point in the production of Sea Smoke, and then we just continued to make a great product. So
Right. So now, I mean, the Sea Smoke now is behind you, and so now you're moving forward. And your own, you have the Curran going on, and you're
well, actually, I started the Curran long before I ever got to Sea Smoke.
Okay.
I started the Curran while I was at Cambria Winery.
there. You go.
And so I made Curran since 1997 was my first vintage. And part of my leaving for Kohler basically included the Curran package as part of my deal.
Right.
And then the same thing happened at Sea Smoke, is that I was able to continue making my own brand.
Well, sure, I'm under your own name.
Right.
So now here you are in this wonderful facility tonight. Now we're here at present day. You know, you have Sea Smoke behind you, which is incredible. I mean, you know, you have all this on your resume and on your map. I mean, you're renowned. Everybody, you can mention, because we travel all over the country. If you mention Sea Smoke or Kris Curran, they know Sea Smoke wines. So now here you are. You're at this facility here. You're with Bruno. So tell us about what's going on tonight with the Santa Rita Hills Alliance. What's going on with the two merging together?
Well, we've been together, Bruno and I have been together for 17 years.
Right.
And both winemakers. Obviously, he was a winemaker for longer than I was.
Right.
But between the two of us, we have over 40 years experience. And we really just decided he had two labels, and I the Bruno and Badge.
Right.
And I had my Curran label. And it takes a lot to do licensing and stuff. And, you know, one day we just sort of woke up and we thought, this is ridiculous. We had the new facility, and so we said, you know, let's go ahead and merge the two companies together. We had, you know, if you look around, I mean, we spent a lot of money.
Oh, yes, it's beautiful. Beautiful facility.
It's pretty incredible. So there's a lot there, and honestly, it was much more of a, fortunately or unfortunately, it wasn't like a romantic kind of a thing.
Right.
That we got married. It was just easier to go ahead and make sure that, because we're just lazy and we don't ever get wills redone and stuff along those lines, we wanted to make sure that we went ahead and were able to, you know, really sort of consolidate and solidify really our business relationship together.
Right.
So that's sort of where it happened, and we just went ahead and did that, and here we are. We're at our new facility here in Santa Rita Hills, and we're enjoying, this is our inaugural event at this winery, and we're moved in. We're officially moved in as of today.
That's
so
great.
Glad you can join us.
Well, what a great way to start it. You know, Kris, I wish you guys the best of luck, you and Bruno. Now, I know you'll keep the whole thing going. You know, you have a lineage and a record of success, so congratulations.
Yeah, well, thank you. And pay attention to what's going on with Foley now, too.
Oh, we definitely will. We're going to keep an eye on Foley as well. That's
All
true.
right,
She's a Foley as
we're
well.
doing some great stuff over there, so.
Yeah, we're going to stop in there next time we're up.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Kris. Thank you very much.